Ken Roczen, you won everything, but well, almost everything. That Vince Free second moto. You made it quite exciting for the fans. Those bad starts probably aren't what you wanted, but for the fans it was good racing. How do you sum it up?
Yeah, it was difficult. I mean, after the gate it was really hard pack, and the start straight is really short, and I haven't done a whole lot of starts. I've been riding some motocross, and I rode one day of supercross, and kind of just neglected it a little bit, and just felt a little bit like a fish out of water when it came to that. So that won't happen for the next round. We have a long time right now, so I just got to get those dialed in a little bit, and I got a great crew behind me, so we have some ideas we want to do to the motorcycle as well to just improve it, you know. But overall, I struggled really badly here with jet lag the last 3 days. So I was today was probably the worst day out of all of them. I was extremely tired. I was really like, nonetheless, once it comes race time ride, you wanna put down your focus. So I was ready to fight no matter what, but it was tough as I was really bogging down at some point and try to get in a little nap. And I'm glad that I guess this race is over and we're healthy, and I got the W on top of that. So this was a tough one for me. Like, I don't remember struggling that bad last year, but I was also here for like 10 days because we went to London, so I had a little bit more time to adjust and got some proper sleep, and I didn't really ever get that here, so that was a tough one for sure.
You were doing a triple out of the corner there before the actual triple. I think you were the only one that I really seen do it at least consistently. How was that to do, and why do you think no one else? Yeah, out of the left-hander, yeah. You were going wide, and everyone else was sort of double, triple, and you were tripling out. I don't know, it's just a berm kind of to rely on a little bit. It got really marbly. We had a lot of different types of dirt today. It started off really tacky, it got super dry and marbly, it was rocky out there, and then as it kind of got darker, the moisture came back out. So it was a super funky track. A lot of rocks, so you have to be really timid to go to the inside and sweep it around, you know. But I just kind of try and be creative and kind of see what's the fastest way, so I'm always trying to adjust. Your first laps are so impressive. Like, as you said, you had bad starts, but you're just bang, 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 making the right decisions all the time, and the speeds there. How do you do that? I mean, you can do it outdoors, indoors, wherever.
Yeah, I think it's just in my, I mean, I've done a lot of work, right? And when I'm comfortable on a bike, that's just something that, you know, when you ride against stiff competition, it's what you have to do, you know. So, but like you said, it comes a little bit natural for me, especially in motocross. So as soon as the gate drops in your back, you don't have much time, so you gotta lay it down, but it's track dependent too, right? And everybody can get a little sketchy, so you gotta be smart.
And just finally on your dad, Ken, he'd obviously done a great job with you, but he worked with Jet Lawrence as well. 2 weeks ago you were battling with him at High Point, and I kept thinking, I wonder what your dad's thinking watching the two of you at the front. What does he do for you, and what were his skills in getting you so good?
I have to say a big time thanks to my dad for the way he raised me and stuff. So you know, he took them under their wing and showed them the ropes, how he did it back in the day, and I think that's what they took over to the US as well. And just a lot of guidance, and that's where it started. And then, you know, they were able to go off and do their own thing. So yeah, it helps out. And your dad's been influential as well with you and Jet. What is his big skills that have helped you? Well, obviously he's got crazy good skills, and he's fit, he's strong, he's young, right? So and really hungry. But you know, I try to work for myself because eventually I'm gonna have to beat him. You know? So, but yeah, obviously he's the new up and coming thing, so he's a tough one to beat. Good job.
So Savatgy, first round in the books.
Yeah.
I would say you were consistent, pretty consistent. You maybe didn't have the speed you had at the end of the last World Supercross season, but how do you sum it up?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, we definitely weren't the fastest by any means. We got off the gate okay. The last one was our best start, which helped us. But yeah, I mean, the bike hasn't changed at all since last year. I mean, literally, there hasn't been any flicker changes. So I knew I was kind of up against the wall. But, you know, to get out of the first one healthy and be on the box is a positive. So we got 5 more to go, and some downtime in between to hopefully get maybe some testing in and some fine tuning. So all in all, good place to start.
You got a good look at Ken Roczen in that last moto. What do you? He seemed to be carrying momentum over there. What can you learn that he was doing there that you can pick up on and then coming around?
Yeah, his bike just. I mean, I'm just struggling to get my bike turned. So it's something that we need to try to work on. And he just, you know, I mean, Ken's good. You know, regardless of what bike he's on, he's very, very talented on a motorcycle. So yeah, I think he's the one we're all chasing. And on a track like tonight too, it's really hard to get separation. Not a lot of rhythms or anything that anyone was doing that no one else was. So it makes it tough. It's a little tiring because you're trying to push through everything so much to make up time. But you know, where Kenny's good and anywhere he's good at home, he just is able to carry momentum. So, like I said, I know what we need to work on. We need to try to get the motorcycle better, and yeah.
So Vince Free said in the press conference that he believes he can beat Ken, and you smirked and Ken kind of smirked a wee bit. From your point of view, do you believe you can beat him, or is it still like, I know you have to believe you can beat him, but I mean, Vince...
Well, I mean, I'll give my hats off to Vince. You know, he doesn't lack confidence. But again, yeah, today, I mean, Vince was fast. But again, on a track that there's not too much separation, it's really about starts. And Vince was able to put himself in the front the first two, and even the third one. So had he been behind us to start with, I don't think, I'm pretty confident we wouldn't have seen what we saw. But I mean, at the end of the day, like, dude, he was good. He got off the gate good, and he was fast. So, I mean, the smirk is just, I don't know. It is what it is. Like I said, I'll give him all the credit in the world. He rode good today, and the confidence for him is obviously at an all-time high. So I don't fault him for it, and yeah, we'll focus on us and move forward.
Your AMS season, you done about half the rounds, and I was over in Tampa, and your speed was really good. Did you impress yourself with your pace, or were you expecting to be that good? Because obviously, we're Supercross, you were really fast last year.
Yeah, I mean, again, like, I know what we're up against, limited testing, so we are at a disadvantage. But you know, all I can do is show up on the weekend and do the best that I can do, and wherever that puts us is where it puts us. But again, to be walking out around one on the box was obviously the goal. How the day was going, it was going to be tough just because I had a hard time finding a flow. But again, on a track that maybe I didn't feel the most comfortable on, we were able to pull out a rabbit and be on the box. So we'll take it.
So is Supercross only your future, do you feel, or do you think you can do it full time in America again on World Supercross like Ken? Is that the goal?
I don't know. It's a little hard to say at this point. My future is a little bit unknown. All I'm focused on right now is getting undressed and going to have a shower and worrying about food. The future is unknown for a reason, and yeah, like for me, I know what I want to do, and I want to race, and I want to be competitive. So wherever that ends up being is where it ends up.
I always thought you'd be good at GPs because you seemed like a hard worker, and you were always fit late and fast late in the race in US motocross. Was that anything that ever you wanted, a goal of yours or open to?
Honestly, no. I mean, the GPs, I don't have any interest right now. That could change, but for me right now, yeah, it's not on my, it's not in my future.
Perfect. Thank you very much. All the best. Max Anstie, that was a great performance, but it was so close to that GP win.
Yeah, of course. You know, it's always fun riding at home. It's busy. We've got a lot going on. Happy to come out here. You know, as solid and as close as we were. Take it and move forward into these next few rounds. My goal is a championship, and that's what I'm gunning for. I just want to be solid and consistent, maximise the points, don't do anything silly. So, you know, for a home GP, there's a lot on the line. It's busy and easy to throw things away. So I'm happy to come out here round one, solid, and we can move forward.
You had that moment, you went for the pass on Shane after the restart. It didn't quite work, but it felt like that was the moment to win the GP, and it turned out the moment you didn't win it.
No, exactly. It was slick. I just slid out. I slid coming into the turn. I was like, it is what it is. Got to go for it. But at the end of the day, yeah, make the most of it.
You had a great rhythm until the red flag. It looked like it took you a while to find that flow again in the restart. Was that true, or what was your thoughts on it?
It's just a lot of stop and go, isn't it? You know, four times we're out and going back and out and go. It was, yeah, definitely different programs. It's a bit tricky. So, but no, happy with the performance.
The fans were really loud for you. I don't know what that would be like, but can you tell us what that feels like?
It's wild. You know, at the end of the day, it's so cool having and to be honest, the racing was fun. Like, it was tight racing. Probably made it interesting for everyone. Like, wasn't just like I checked out or anything. So it was cool and yeah, pretty amazing for everyone to be
Are
there.
the 3 starts more physical than an AMA main event, or how does it compare?
No, the track is different. The track's tighter, so setup's different. It's easier to get arm pump, that kind of thing. Different. It's different. Not. I didn't feel as physically tired. I felt more mentally tired today.
Okay.
I think that was more just from, you know, all the talking and obligations and seeing everyone that I've had to do. So it's been pretty busy. But no, happy with the performance, and we can move on now.
And just on the red flag, the first lap you came around, you were jumping into that rhythm section. We were like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And 3 more, I think 3 more laps you done. Were you not like?
Yeah, we
surprised because Mike wasn't moving.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that was crazy. Obviously, you don't want to see. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I don't know what happened there, but hopefully, I mean, his dad's over there. Go and ask him. But I don't know. That was definitely not ideal to see. So, yeah, don't want to wish that on anyone.
Perfect. And so you have a good chance of being world champion. That would sound pretty cool, but a long way to go. I guess you can't get too ahead of
Do the
yourself.
best job I can. That's the plan. That's the goal. So thank you.
Perfect match. Justin Hill back at World Supercross. On that last moto there, you were battling your brother again. How do you sum up the first round?
I'm Josh. It was good.
Too many hills.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, well, he was winning all the other ones, and I won that one, so I can say get confused. I don't know. This track was. I don't want to say it was poorly built, but it was poorly executed with track markers and the way they just didn't allow us to race. They made all the inside corners. 10 meters from inside to outside, so there was no reason to go to the berms, and then all the little chicanes and zigzags, it just turned it into a one-line course. I think track builders might have thought the WSX stood for Women's Supercross. I'm not sure.
Well, Justin Bogle actually said on track walk that it would be just insides.
Yeah.
And so you all probably knew what was coming.
We did. I seen Chad down there, and he was trying to move stuff, and it was weird. Every time we went out, the hay bales were in a different spot. So like we would just come around first up. I was like, oh, I guess the hay bales are there, and then there's cardboard boxes, so everybody's running them over. So, just some things to clean up. I mean, I like the idea of cardboard boxes and especially on the rhythm sections and stuff, and I like that. But they gotta get better at marking the course and making it raceable, because they took a perfectly good track and turned it into a goat trail.
How did you find the dirt? It looked fairly kind of sticky and hard pack, or what way was it feel?
That was good dirt. The dirt was killer. And like I said, I think the track builders did a good job with the way they built the track, but then when we're going inside everywhere, it's like there's no, I don't know. They need to make some. Get rid of all these little dog legs.
Yeah. How did you find adjusting to the Yamaha, and a different Yamaha that you rode last year after what you were riding in AMA? It's a bit of a...
Yeah, I mean, it's good. Yamaha's where I grew up. I've been sponsored by Yamaha since I was 10 years old.
Okay.
And, take some hiatuses when other opportunities come up, but I'm a Yamaha boy. These things are awesome. And then I'm riding for Craig Gack Racing. We got Bradley here. My mechanic Denny, he came over with me from North Carolina. Bundy built engines. He had motor built in North Carolina. He's the guy to hit up. And I mean, I've got all the tools in place. I was just in a goat trail, just riding around behind, just stuck in a pace because he couldn't go anywhere.
And I feel like you look more comfortable on the Yamaha. You just feel comfortable on the Yamahas,
I love Yamaha. I mean, if I'm gonna go jump a 200-foot jump, and I don't have I'm riding a Yamaha.
Yeah. Just on your AMS season, it was really good as well, progressively getting better and better. Obviously Justin had the podium and that, but you weren't that far behind him, and to have 2 brothers in one team doing well must be pretty cool.
Yeah, I got 6th in that one. He got on the podium. I mean, he did really good at the end of the series. He went 5-4-3, and he continued that form tonight until it went down and bent his bike up there in the 3rd main. So just a bummer. He was a shoe-in for the podium, but just didn't work out for him.
It's been a full year of racing for you. How have you found that compared to races here and there the last few seasons?
I always ride. So if I'm not racing, I'm still riding. I'm digging a jump, or and even when I'm home, I'm riding mountain bikes in the afternoon. I'm riding Supercross in the morning, and then I'm usually going out and watering or prepping a track, in between times. Okay. So it's I do that 4 or 5 days a week. I train kids. Yeah. I just love it, and I've got good opportunities. So I thought I was done with this stuff 8, 9 years ago. I thought my days were over, but I guess I'm just good and I should keep doing it. I surprise myself all the time, so I don't know.
Brilliant, Josh. Definitely, Josh. Thank you very much. Dean Wilson, a year ago, or nearly a year ago, you were racing the Honda for the first time.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've had a year of American Supercross, but you look really comfortable out there today, and you actually thought you'd maybe snuck in a podium there, but it wasn't to be. But you were impressive today.
Yeah, so it's a bit better than last year for sure. Could definitely work on a few things. I only really had a week of riding before I came here, but you know what? I'll take that. Starts need to be better. And I'll be right up there in the podium and in the mix. But overall, I'll take it. Yeah, it was okay.
And the fans, for you and Max and sort of Ken as well, they're pretty loud every time.
Oh man, the fans were unbelievable. It's so cool to have that atmosphere and that electric feeling when they're all going, Dino, the whole crowd. It's so cool, so cool. So yeah, I mean, it was a better performance last year for sure. I was struggling with a few things last year, but hey, it's this year. I feel better. I'm more in the fight. Figure out my starts and I'll be better.
And your intensity looked good. You actually were able to move forward as well, and that track wasn't that easy to pass.
Yeah, no, it was hard to pass, and I was making really good passes, and there's a few things that I kind of struggled with. Like the first race, I didn't know it was the last lap, and I fucking came over the finish line, and it was a checkered flag. I'm like, wow. But that's all right. Just need to pay attention to that more. But I was moving forward, feeling good. We'll take it.
How is it to adapt back to those 3 races? Especially the first 2 are so short. Is it odd after an MS season?
After the first one, the second one I was struggling a little bit. But then the third one I actually felt okay. I recovered. So I've been training for, we haven't had a lot of time, but I've been training to recover in between, just deep breaths and hydrate, and so it was all right.
So you have a bit of time off here coming up. You're going to do a couple of schools, I think one in Scotland and one in Ireland, Northern Ireland, to keep everyone politically correct. Looking forward to that.
Northern Ireland, I know, I learned that. But no, it was good. I'm excited for it. We're just going to go on a little trip, It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun, and do a few schools. I enjoy coaching and teaching, and yeah, it'll be good.
And what can the riders expect that you're coaching? Entertainment and storage, or just all serious technique?
Right, yeah, I mean, I actually feel like I put a lot of heart into my schools, and I really just work on the technique with them. Technique is everything. Even to this day, I still work on technique, and you look at Kenny, he is a master at technique, Jet Lawrence, all those guys. Technique is what makes you better. So we're really focused on things like that to be a faster, better, and safer rider, and yeah, we have some fun. It's good.
And are you planning on racing again next season? Supercross only, or where are you on this?
Still trying to sort it out. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. Like my knee really hurts today.
Okay.
I got such a bad knee. Yeah, but we'll see how it goes.
Perfect then. Thank you, and well done.
Thank you.